Cassidy Fenton with the American Heart Association. I'm super excited to talk to you today about your upcoming Jump Rope for Heart event. And the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is what we do at the American Heart and American Stroke Association. We actually raise money to help people who have sick hearts or who have had strokes. Now, when I say people who've had sick hearts, that means someone who could have had a heart attack, that means someone who could have had heart disease, or any form of sick heart, or another most common one is babies who are born with holes in their hearts. So that's why it's so important that we have your help to participate in Jump Rope for Heart. Another reason why we actually do Jump Rope for Heart is because it's very important for all of you to make sure you learn the steps now to have a healthy heart and what you can do. There are 3 things that you can do to have a healthy heart, starting right now, and one of them is actually making sure you're eating healthy food and making sure you're taking the time to eat fruits and vegetables and making sure you're drinking lots of water and not a lot of sugar and soda drinks, because all of that is not really good for your body. And the other thing is that doesn't mean you can't eat any snacks or things that you love like soda or donuts, but it means you need to be really careful if you're eating a lot of fruits that day. Maybe it's okay to go and have one of your favorite candy bars, but making sure you're not doing it all that often. The other thing you can do to make sure you're taking care of your heart is exercising. Now, of course, jump roping is a great way to do that and to take care of your heart. As you're exercising, your heart's pumping faster and exercising your heart. Picture your heart about the size of your fist. Adults' hearts are actually 2 fists put together, but your heart is about the size of your fist, and it opens and closes, and as it's doing that, it's pumping the blood through your body. Every 60 seconds your heart has to pump. So your heart already has to work really hard to get all of the blood pumping throughout your body and keeping you alive. So make sure you're doing these 3 things. So far we've talked about eating healthy and exercising to make sure you're taking care of your heart. And even if that means basketball or soccer, dance, or whatever you like to do to take care of your heart, make sure you're doing it a lot so that you can keep your heart extra healthy. The last thing you can do to make sure that you keep a healthy heart is by saying no to drugs and to smoking. It's very important because it's really bad for your heart, it's really bad for your lungs and all the rest of your body, but we for sure want to say no to that so that you can keep a healthy heart. Now, I'm super excited that you guys are going to be helping us by doing your Jump Rope for Heart. You guys will be doing a Jump Rope for Heart event, and at that event you'll be doing lots of jump roping and having tons of fun. The other piece that you guys I want to show you today is you're going to be getting a Jump Rope for Heart envelope from me today before you go home, and on this envelope there's actually some different boxes that are called our thank you gifts. These are actually a thank you from us to you for helping us raise money for people with sick hearts. On here, you're probably wondering about those awesome dancing ducks that you saw at the very beginning. Those ducks are actually really special, and this is our 2nd year having them. And the cool thing about them this year is every duck you can earn, you can see them around my neck, every duck you can earn, there's 6 of them, each one represents one person you've helped save with a sick heart. And it also represents one of the 6 ways to be healthy. And I'm going to kind of tell you a little bit about those in just a minute. On this envelope, it actually has boxes. And each box, there's a jump rope and t-shirt and other things you can earn. But if you want to know how much you have to earn or help us raise for someone with sick hearts, you can just look at your envelope, and next to the box, it'll tell you what number box it is. So if you're looking at box number 3, just make sure it tells you how much you have to donate. And then if you earn box number 3, that means you get box number 3, number 2, and number 1. And I'm going to show you all of the ducks really quickly. But before I do that, I want to point out a couple things on your envelope because it's very important. If you open up your envelope, first thing you need to make sure you do when you get it is put your first name and your last name as well as your teacher's names, because when you turn this back in, we want to make sure we know who this belongs to. There's a little pocket here that you're going to actually put your donations in. Another piece that I want to point out to you is right here on the front. There's also a spot on the back, but the one on the front that I'm going to show you is the link to how you can go home with your parents and send emails to family and friends. It's really easy. It's just a couple steps, and you can actually help us send emails to them and tell them how to be healthy, as well as how to ask them if they want to make a donation to you, and that any of that you collect will also add up to what you're collecting for your thank you gifts. So for that, and what else is cool is we have 2 ducks that you can only earn by going on your computer. So from your assembly today all the way through to your event, we have 3 of the 6 ducks that you can earn now. We have Splatter Quacky, who reminds us of being healthy and eating healthy fruits and vegetables. That's why he's super colorful. When you earn him by bringing in a $5 donation, you're going to get your lanyard as well. And when you're ready to earn this duck, what you're going to do is you're going to put your $5 right inside your envelope, and you're going to keep that at home until the envelope due date, which is on your event date. And then you are going to open this up, and you can see a little coupon right here that looks just like Quacky, Splatter Quacky. You're going to rip that off, have your parents sign it saying that you have your donation, rip it off, and bring it back to school on your duck days. Now, you're going to hear more about when your actual duck days are and your event date at the very end from your Jump Rope for Heart teacher at your school. The other 2 ducks that you can earn right now at your school up till your event date on your duck days is Ninja Duck and Mrs. Cool Duck. Now these 2 ducks you have to earn by going on your computer and sending the emails by following that instructions on the bottom of your envelope that you'll be receiving. Ninja is when you get your first donation, and Mrs. Cool, who reminds us to drink healthy, and this one is to stay away from smoking. You're going to actually get this one for $75 online, and this one for any donation online. And as soon as you earn this one online, if you do your first $10 online, you're going to get this one, Ninja, as well as Splatter Quacky. I'm going to show you the other 3 ducks that you can earn right now. First we have Sleep Duck. This one is actually glow-in-the-dark duck. He reminds us that we need to get enough sleep to make sure we can glow our brightest the next day. And this one is if you earn a $35 donation. This can be on your computer if you want to earn the other computer ducks, or it can actually be just $35 total in your envelope with cash or check. This one is Sock Duck, and he is actually reminding us to eat less salt. Make sure you're staying away from things like French fries and chips and things that have a lot of extra salt in them. Make sure you only eat them not very often throughout the week. And this guy right here, he is if you get a $100 donation, you can turn that in. And these 3 ducks are going to come at the very end. I just want to remind you, after you turn in your envelope with all of your donations, we'll get these as well as your other prizes like your jump rope and things like that back to your school. Now the last duck is actually Ski Dude. He reminds us to be healthy by exercising. And this guy is if you bring in a $200 donation, and you'll also get a trophy if you earn up to that level. So they're all 6, really fun. Remember when you're getting these that every duck you earn means you help save one person's life. So if you earn 1 duck, you have helped save 1 life. If you have earned 2 ducks, you've helped save 2 people's life that have had sick hearts. And also remember when you're seeing these to remember to look. You'll have these posters in your school that remind you which duck, which way it means to be healthy, which of the 6 ways. So hope you have a ton of fun at your event. I'm going to now turn the time back over to your teacher in your school so that they can tell you when your duck days are. It's when you need to bring your coupons in to receive your ducks. And you're also going to find out a little bit more about your actual event date and what you're going to be doing for that. I hope you have a ton of fun, and I look forward to hearing how it goes. Thanks so much.